Recording in progress.
Start off by giving all praises to Yahweh,
To Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem,
Kwakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to all the Akims out here pushing the truth and sincerity and risking their life and freedom to do so. This is another Children of Light forum. What's this? Post New Year's Eve.
Yeah, kind, yeah. Yeah, New Year's Eve, the ushering in of a new demonic year for Esau and his cronies and they new world order. So we'll start right off because a lot of y'all think Satan doesn't exist and y'all finna find out the hard way. This First Peter's 5 and 6, humble yourself therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time, casting all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. And that's what a lot of y'all don't understand. A lot of y'all don't understand that Yahweh Shai has given us day by day our daily bread. And we're going to have to cast all our cares upon him as Esau bring in his new world order. It consists of a lot of exclusion to the bare necessities of this world. That's what's being cut off. That's why you have inflation, you have a lockdown, and you have a dividing of a whole country, whether you vax or non-vax, because now they turning the non-vax against the vax by saying if you non-vax, you can carry a potential of the new or Mariana, whatever. And then now you have the reverse psychology happening as we move 12 months into this year to end, which would be tonight, of a 12-month cycle, that you have them now demonizing those who's vaccinated. I don't know if y'all peeping that, but this First Peter's 5 and 7, casting all your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion walking about seeking who he may devour. See, and that's what Satan's job is. That's what Esau doing. And a lot of Israelites was caught off guard by the first wave of this whole Beetlejuice. And should you or should you not get it? Because your leaders are singing like Nate from IUIC. They singing another tune because now the statistics are coming in of the test dummies from a 12-month cycle, 11 months, and tonight will make the 12th month. But the statistics are coming in, the reports are coming in of all of the permanent disabilities that's happening due to going along with Satan and taking his Satan juice. Yeah, so that's all. I just want to add that in real quick.
Matthew, quick precept, Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raven wolves.
Yeah, and that's General Johanna from ISUPK and his cronies up under him, like what's his name, Captain Tazariak, and how he sat back on the couch, and they went back and forth with the Black conscious community, and everybody was docile. Just 11 months ago, everybody was docile. It was all about no, it's not the y'all was so busy trying to combat that this the RFID chip or this is leading to the mark of the beast, that y'all just had y'all flock docile. So beware of false prophets. Because now you see the newest video of Nate changed his whole tune, his whole attitude, and he acting like he never told that lady when this first happened 11 months ago. He act like he never told that lady, oh yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's for your job, go ahead. He act like they never see. They act like they never said stuff. But go ahead.
Exactly. And now this devil about to come in like a flood. You know what I'm saying? and you misleading the people, the congregation.
Yeah, I got one more real quick. This Second Corinthians. Hold on, let me use this. Oh, my bad, I should already hit the motherfucker. Here you go. This Second Corinthians 13 and 5. Examine yourself whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Yahushua is in you, except you be reprobate. And a lot of them false leaders are not setting their flocks up to be teachers, to be leaders, to lead their household. They got them in this unisex. Um, um, we all got purple and gold on. You know, we all got the same garments on. We all walking the same step. You know, but them zombies. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not examining yourself. That's why y'all can't see y'all leaders going on. It said, but I trust that ye know that ye are not reprobates. Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So we know a lot of y'all organizations are set up to funnel in the undesirables. See that? So we watching y'all fall to the wayside. That's why I say if the blind lead the blind, let them all fall in the ditch. Because the warnings and the examples are out there of what not to do and why not to do it. That's why you have IUIC members being told by Nate that if you caught watching GMS videos or bringing a doctrine to the other followers, you to be excommunicated. See that? So that's why the scripture said, examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. They not in the faith. Because you got the biggest one, Ayathan, the tallest one, IUIC. He know the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. And he just going along with the bullshit. He must, you know what he doing? He waiting for it to actually happen. And then he just, oh, they're man for himself. See that? But that's that wolf in sheep clothing attitude.
Exactly.
Because what the other scriptures, well, go ahead though, my bad.
No, I was just going off what you said. Exactly. You know, that's the wolf in sheep clothing. Because now now you finally see it when it's already too late, and at that point you just worried about self. That's why y'all
And that's what
I am the good shepherd. I gave my life for the sheep, and you can see that these other people just hirelings because they don't care nothing of the sheep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And become they really just here to say they own skin. So it's just a good feeling. It's just a praise of man all the way up into trouble and tribulation come. That's why the scripture speak on when trouble and tribulation come, they are offended by and by and they leave. And that's what we finna witness. Finna witness a lot of these scriptures play out because a lot of them is playing out already.
God, like you said, we can't do nothing against the truth, but only for the truth.
Yeah. Okay, you can go a little farther into it if you want to.
Let me read the CDC guidelines.
Yeah, we can go into it a little bit. Well, before we go into it, because the guidelines are being the stage is being set for all you Akims and Aquas out there, and we finna show a progressivism and a flashback of 11 months ago from today. How it was totally different because you was only 12 months in into getting the vaccines and getting a real whiff of the one world order propaganda machine on full blast. Me and Cuz talking about it before we got on. But just real quick, this Matthew's 13 and man, I'm gonna start at 20, 13 to 20. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that heareth the word and the gnaw with joy receive it, because a lot of y'all came in and learned about that y'all Israel, and y'all got that good feeling, and y'all became super duper Israelites. Yet has he not roots in himself, but do it for a while, for when tribulation and persecution arise because of the word, by and by he is offended. And a lot of y'all are showing that example of the scriptures. Now the guideline has been laid down that no, we don't supposed to be taking none from Esau, especially when it comes to this vaccine. A lot of y'all was like, oh shit, y'all got offended.
That's why.
Persecution,
Uh,
tribulation, because
I'm sorry.
you notice what's on the horizon too is persecution at the same time.
Con.
Persecution and tribulation.
Hmm.
You be in trouble for this word because you understanding what not to do. And then you got the tribulation because Esau is on what? The demonization rampage. Real quick, cuz if you want to switch it to the video of the persecution. Did you see that with the brothers now doing the video? I just found out about it today myself.
Nah, I ain't see it. Y'all.
Damn. Yeah, yeah. The persecution. The Jake that's um supposed to be an extremist Israelite. He's supposed to kill his family. Hold on, I'm finna send it to you. He's supposed to kill his family. And the Akims called it like, nah, this witchcraft. And I was like, bet.
That's why 21 said, yet he not root in himself. He had not root in himself. Meaning you gotta root yourself in this. You gotta stand grounded and firm. You know, the root is at the bottom of the tree, but without the root, the tree don't stand. If you implant yourself in these scriptures, that's a faith build. It builds your faith, you know. So when it's
Yeah,
persecution arise, you know what I'm saying, you don't be, oh, what I do now, or your faith, or you feel like your faith left you. That's because you never had none.
yeah, yeah. You're gonna lean upon the scriptures on
Huh?
what to do. Damn. I was sure I just ran across it. That's how new it is that I don't even know what the fuck is that. Damn, it's I think it was even on Odyssey, to be honest. Hold on. Damn, did I watch it on here or did I watch it? Well, we might have to adjust for right now, because I think it's on Odyssey. Hold on. That's the only thing about doing this, boy. You gotta, information become. We be getting so much information so fast, and then you know how Satan do it. He
Yeah,
don't want no motherfucker.
you don't want it to come out.
Uh, um, oh, okay. I know where it's at. 'Cause it was Elder Lamar. He was doing the. It was called the demonization or something. Had just coming to me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip it because I can't even find the motherfucker. But it's basically the demonization. I mean, yeah, because I can't actually find the video, but I can speak on it because it's gonna come to light. But it's the demonization of that's happening right now, where basically they had a video where it showed that a mother and the father was being stepfather was being interviewed, and they were saying that the I don't know, he looked like Issachar, right? He had his two daughters and he had custody, and he became a part of the extreme version of the Hebrew Israelites, and the two girls died. But the way you see the video is the guy keeps saying the mother and the stepdad say like extreme like 6 times,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want to say exactly what happened. It's a mystery on what happened. The news saying they don't want to report exactly how the little girls died, but they died. So one of them demonization, like the one with the shooting that happened in New Jersey with the guy and the woman. That was
Con.
another, because these are the two stories that they're gonna come back and use as grounds and paperwork on why we have to be taken off the street. For those of y'all who don't know, so
Yeah, through their propaganda machines. And
yeah, I can't find that motherfucker either, but that's cool. Damn.
yeah, I got to see it for myself too.
Yeah. I got it because I don't know why shit was moving so fast today. But I'll send you. I'll send it to you, but they'll have to look it up themselves.
See, that's the thing. That's exactly what they do because not only is it them, it's not really them. It's the Most High doing it, man. You know, he's shaking up the house. You know, brothers gonna get weak during these times. You know.
Yeah, that's all I had on that. Cause I know if
Okay, it says
anybody get it, this brother get it.
this is CDC updates and shortened recommended isolation and quarantine period for general population. It says, given what we currently know about COVID-19 and the Omicron variant, CDC is shortening the recommendation time for isolation for the public. People with COVID-19 shall isolate for 5 days, and if they are asymptomatic or their symptoms are resolving without fever for 24 hours, follow that by 5 days of wearing a mask when around others to minimize the risk of infecting people they encounter. The change is motivated by science demonstrating that the majority of SARS slash COVID 2 CoV 2 transmission occurs early in the course of illness, generally in the first to second days prior to onset of symptoms and the second and third days after.
Uh, so he's coming up with all of this under the pretense. Come on, man, what the fuck? Of his science, right?
Huh.
That's what he moving us into. Cause now, what it say? SARS. Like, what the fuck? Where the fuck that come from? Because that's the mutation of the mixture that he did in his lab. This First Timothy 6 and 19. First Timothy 6 and 19. Come on, where you at? Laying up a good foundation. No, I'm just gonna start at 20. First Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thou trust, meaning it's truth.
Huh.
Avoid profane and vain babbling and opposition of science falsely so called. See that?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what this is. This is science falsely so called. It's a which some professor have erred concerning the faith. See that? And that's how y'all faith is being overthrown because y'all taking the covering of Esau. Because what did Esau make sure he tell the whole world? Go look at it, the information for yourself and make your own decision.
Huh.
That's what he told y'all, and that's what y'all doing. So even when you ask people like, you know, what made you make the decision to take it? Oh, I did my research. This is the research they talking about.
Right. And then the information wars, somebody come out and speak the truth or go against it, they videos automatically get taken down and take it off the net, and then you never hear about it again.
Yeah. Medical misinformation is what Esau label it under his new totalitarian laws of his new world order he got us in right now. See, that's another thing. See, we 12 months into that. We 12 months into him ramping up of there is no freedom of speech. Because whether you know it or not, you didn't already then made uh adjustments in your life already.
Additionally, CDC is updating the recommended quarantine period for anyone in the general public who is exposed to C-19 for people who are unvaccinated or are more than 6 months out from the second mRNA dose or more than 2 months after the J&J Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And
See
not
that? See, we 12. See what we doing is us being spiritual forecast, spiritual leaders, we giving y'all an update of how this is all being put together, how they formulating everything. And this is how within the 12 months of they studying you zombies, this they package deal that they put together for y'all moving forward into this new year 2022. These gonna be the new rules that's finna be implemented and shoved down y'all throat. Hold on, I got one for that. And I said new rules. See that these are the new rules right here that you got to get used to. You better know about these if you don't know about them. This Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievous which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey. See that? The widows, these women, because these women, they going right along with taking the vaccine, giving their kids the vaccine. They going right along with it. That's why you have all these single parent houses, which consist of who? Eve, whether Black, Latin, or Native American, to take the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. See that? And what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation which shall come from afar? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? See that? And Yahweh Shah asking these elites who's setting this one world order up, let alone those of y'all who going along with the prescribing of their laws. Because you notice, to justify anything anybody talking about, what's the first thing they reference? The CDC. The CDC. The CDC. We giving y'all play by play, blow by blow updates on how they going about doing this, because we told y'all 11 months ago how that y'all don't know it, but as y'all moved into this new system, the new world order, that y'all rules are not coming from the legislative body. It's coming from the CDC, who's not even an entity and a part of the United States. But this is Babylon and Great, the you know what I'm saying, the mother of all horse, the daughter of all, whoredom. So let me shut up. I made my damn point.
Yeah, it's horrible. And they going right along with the nonsense.
Yeah, kind of. But you Akims and you Aquas out there, pay attention to this paper and the format, because moving into this new year, these are the new regulations that your supervisors, your bosses, your manager of your buildings, homeowner, all that shit, they finna push all these rules right here on y'all. But go ahead.
It says CDC now recommends quarantine for 5 days, followed by strict mask use for an additional 5 days. Alternatively, if a 5 day quarantine is not feasible, it is imperative that an exposed person wear a well fitting mask at all times when around others for 10 days after exposure. Individuals who have received their booster shot do not need to quarantine following an exposure, but
See
should
that? See? That's the update. That's what we telling y'all about. See that? They moving y'all forward with this conversation. At first, it was those who get the vaccine. They would have said, you good. They would have said just 6 to 7 months ago, those who got two vaccines can move forward. No, 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 no. They passed the third. They talking about the booster shot now. See that? So for you to even get cleared to be fully vaccinated, you already now got to have 3 shots and going into the boosters. This is where the conversation is at right now.
For all those exposed by best practice would also include a test for SARS-CoV-2 at day 5 after exposure. If symptoms occur, individuals should immediately quarantine until the negative test confirms symptoms are not attributable to
Yeah.
COVID-19. Isolation relates to behavior after a confirmed infection. Isolation for 5 days following by wearing a well-fitting mask will minimize the risk of spreading the virus to others. Quarantine refers to the time following exposure to the virus or close contact with someone known to have COVID-19. Both updates come as Omicron variant continue to spread through the US and reflects the current science on when and for how long a person is maximally infectious.
Mm.
These recommendations do not supersede state, local, tribal, or territorial laws, rules, and regulations, nor do they apply to healthcare workers for whom CDC have updated guidance.
See that? See this? See the folk tongue, the double speech. It do, but then it don't. If you tribal, if you this, if you that, they slowly picking away at your freedom.
Data from South Africa and the United Kingdom demonstrate the vaccine effectiveness against infection for 2 doses of an mRNA vaccine is approximately 35%.
And see, this is a one world order participation. That's why they bringing up what's going on all over the world as a conclusion.
It says a COVID-19 vaccine booster dose restores vaccine effectiveness against infections to 75%. COVID-19 vaccination decreases the risk of severe disease, hospitalization, and death from COVID-19. CDC strongly encourages COVID-19 vaccination for everyone 5 and older and boosters for everyone 16 and older. Vaccination is the best way to protect yourself and reduce the impact of COVID-19 on our communities.
Mm. See that? And why they say our community? Because community goes back to um what is it? Damn. I know it's the god of it's basically a Babylonian deity, god of community. I forgot the exact name, so I ain't gonna even bring it up. But yeah, that community shit, they big on that. What I was gonna get, oh, okay. Because they going after the kids now.
Con,
But shit they talking about, yeah, motherfucker 12 or older, you ready.
I got a quick precept out.
Go ahead. Yeah, let me get that whole thing. There
This is Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
Son of perdition, Esau, the Edomites. He's being shown through his new world order how he's trying to complete his new world order, and it consists of the Georgia Guidestones. That 6.5 million of y'all have to go. That's why they rolled out these vaccines and used y'all as a test dummy. Because y'all got to think about it. A lot of people have died because of these vaccines over the last 2 years. See that? And they've been keeping a tally scorecard, laughing at y'all on how many of y'all they killing. See that? You thinking that it's for your benefit having that death clock up there of the tally and the toll. Meanwhile, they giving you oxygen when you go into the hospital, and instead of stopping the disease before you get to the hospitalization, they let you get there, give you the air, and kill you. And see, if you put this on YouTube, which motherfuckers already know that it happened, and who was a prime example of that? Um, my man from the Ghetto Boys.
Oh,
Uh, damn, the head one from Ghetto Boys. Um, I forgot his name, but shit,
Push it with
he
Bill,
didn't go.
Scarface.
Scarface, yep. Scarface got the corona, and he didn't go to that hospital and get the oxygen and so forth, and he lived because of that. Because he noticed that everybody that was going to the hospital getting the oxygen was dying. That was getting put on the ventilators. They was dying
Huh.
and shit. Because why? Blood clots. See, that's what you're finding out now. And who uh which company got exposed about that? Johnson and Johnson. That's why they had to pull Johnson and Johnson, because Johnson and Johnson got extreme blood clot, and there was a lot. So they had to pull them and say no, fuck with that Moderna and so forth.
It was at first
But
they started off micro. So like at first they started off microscopic. The
yeah, but the more they had your ass take of these vaccines, the more it's gonna grow. But this Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. Because Yahweh got the prophets out there doing what you see me and the Akim Karad doing right now today, giving y'all the real live update on what they pushing out in the world and how it doesn't make sense. And we keeping you in step too. That's another thing. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thou children. See that? And that's what's happening now. Yahweh Shai is forgetting our children. So that's why y'all having these permanent disability with y'all children, and you're gonna be vexed, because this is the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah coming down upon what? The children are disobedient, that wicked and adulterous generation. Because everything y'all do it under the guise of, I'm doing it for the next generation, my kids, and all of that. That's why y'all celebrate the Christmas, the Easters, the Thanksgivings, the birthdays. All of that is under the guise of my children and the good feeling. Yahweh Shah got judgment for that,
con.
and it's playing out right now. That's why I said, if judgment started at the house of God, how much of those who don't, you know what I'm saying, no, or
Con.
reject y'all ass out of here.
I got a quick precept back up what you just said. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish; they have
Yeah,
not
come.
known me. They
See
are
that? You don't know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You talking this Jesus Christ guy, you talking Allah, you talking this great spirit, you talking about the universe and karma. What you put out into the world is what you get back. You talking that witchcraft on speak your reality into existence. No, the CDC is finna speak your reality to existence, motherfucker. You finna follow.
con. Yep. That's hey. Couldn't say it more beautiful. Is it? They are sottish children. Sottish means stupid, fool.
Stupid. Y'all stupid. Y'all want to talk about your old ancestors. You need to get in touch with your old ancestors. Niggas, the reason why they dead.
Con.
See that? Because the old ancestors is the prophets in the book. Hold on. Oh, because I don't want to let yours go. So I'm gonna hold on this one.
And they have none understanding. They are wise
Yeah.
to do evil.
Right. See that? Wise to do evil. Y'all can go pull up these support systems as the CDC guideline. Y'all can go tell me on the regulations of what your job said. Y'all can tell me on what Cartoon Network, CNN, NSNBC, CBS, and all of these mother channels that's looping the same conversations.
But to do good, they have no knowledge.
See that? But to do good, thou have no knowledge. Why you don't have no knowledge? Because it is. Job 8 and 7. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself for the search of thy fathers. For we are but yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon earth as our shadow. Shall not they teach thee and tell thee and utter words out of their heart? See that? What is our ancestor teaching us? Hold on. What our ancestors teaching us real quick. I'm finna get it. This say that's what our ancestors teaching us. I don't know what y'all talking about. I got two. I'm trying to find that. Okay, here it is. This Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thou enemy, for like as iron rust, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And though thou be unto him as thou hast wiping a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. See that? And I'm gonna jump real quick. This because this will get y'all. This Ecclesiastes 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagine how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. Thee going after your children.
Uh,
If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, see that? Oh, I'm trying to help your kids from the spread and so forth.
exactly.
Help thee, uh, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hand and whisper much and change his countenance. Right? They go in the back room laughing at y'all on how they got y'all to believe these photo ops and coming to these classrooms and holding these what they call them town hall meetings and shit.
Con.
They got y'all really thinking that y'all part of the system and y'all freedom is not gone. This is what y'all legislative officials doing every day to y'all on TV.
Every day. And you just soaking it up.
Yeah, con. They wise to do evil. They pushing the agenda of family first. I noticed that that's starting to swing back around, and that's the herd mentality. Because yeah, family first, but we got to go off what the scripture said. You know what I'm
Con.
saying? That the houses shall be divided, one against two, two against three in the household. That's because the philosophy of Esau and Yahushua and participating in this world is coming into conflict right now. See
Right.
that's what's happening in all the households with all the Akims and Aquas right now. You have opposing philosophies, Esau's, that's infringing on, you know what I'm saying, your household. So
Con. Yeah. It's saying two against three and three against two. And I personally, experiencing that, well, CDC said, they said, nah, ain't about what
yeah,
they
con. I think it froze, cuz.
uh uh
Oh, okay, no, then I thought it froze. Okay, we good. So yeah, they good to do evil.
uh I got a quick precept. Proverbs 20:1. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. And that's those
Yeah,
different
con.
philosophies that you sharing over the household table. Well, the CDC said, and well, science said, and what does this book say? What does the Bible say? You know, and like
Yeah,
Yak said, never trust thy enemy.
yeah, con. But a lot of our people, they don't know that the power of Israel. Like they Israelites and the power, and some have accepted that, but that's a divide. So I ain't gonna be no dead horse on that situation.
Nah, yeah. It says if you test positive for COVID-19, isolate, stay home for 5 days. Everyone, regardless of vaccination status. But wait, I thought the vaccination protects you. You know,
See where we at right now?
not one, not two, not three, 4 shots. So stay home for 5 days. If you have no symptoms or your symptoms are resolving after 5 days, you can leave your house. Continue to wear a mask around others for 5 additional days. If you have a fever, continue to stay home until your fever resolves. And that's what bothers me. Like, okay, let's say if a person is fully vaccinated and they have to stay home for 5 days, are they being compensated through their work? You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So
That's good.
you want a lose-lose situation because you're gonna have some people say, "Man, I know I'm sick, but I still got to go to work because we got to eat."
Yeah, yeah. That's what's gonna get everybody. This Haggett 1 and 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe ye, but there is no warmth. And he that earneth wages to put in a bag with holes. So it ain't gonna be enough. And just to ride your point to the not to the ground, but shit, just to ride that wave. Let me show them. He finna cut they shit off. This Job 30 and I'm gonna start at 6. Though his excellently mount up to heaven, talking about Esau, and his head reach unto the clouds, his space adventure, because you notice a lot of the gig jobs consist of the satellites and dropping off of the produce and all that shit, goods. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as the vision of the night. That's his destruction coming. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold himself. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Oh, that's the. I'm trying to see. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm trying to get it where they say welfare. Did I pass the motherfucker already? I was so lucky on that. Okay, I thought I had the motherfucker. You be thinking you got it.
Right.
Job 36 and 15. This one that be that 1 point. You say, damn, I don't know where that's at. I shall pass away. Away of the dream. Well, it's lucky on that. I messed that one up. Well, I'll do the 10. This oh, that's why I got the motherfucker on the wrong one. 36. I'm on 20. That's what it was. But it was for me to read that 20 because that was the spirit. Because you see how it wouldn't let me leave it. But let me go back. This Job 20 and because now I'm understanding. This Job 20 and 10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their good. And that's what these Edomites are doing too. They on a big campaign of making it seem like They trying to feed the poor. They trying to give um scholarships out.
Con,
They're trying to that's why you had Joe Biden and Kamala. What was one of their first things they ran on beginning of the year? The
student loan,
child tax credit.
yeah, child tax credit, student loans,
Yeah, yeah, the
maximum
stu
rate.
all that.
Con,
Right. They show they'll pull back a lot of that shit and shit. You see how they cut off the child tax little credit of them getting them little checks.
yeah.
They just ended all of that.
And you know what I
But
found out? That child tax credit was nothing but an advance from your income taxes. So if you got that, you don't get that child. What they call that? That
yeah, child earned income or
there we
whatever.
go. You con.
Damn, damn. And see, that's the trickery of Esau. But this Job 30 and 15, tears I turn upon me, they pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare pass away as a cloud. And that's what Esau doing. By him giving you that child earned income and the inflation over these 12 months, everyone from 11 months ago to today, everyone is dying for what? Taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Because just 11 months ago, when they gave out what? Them PPP loans, they gave out the checks, the child tax credit, and all of these extra benefits. See, so Jake was used to getting their hair done, uh, 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 having Airbnbs, throwing parties, the Instagrams and the all that shit was popping. Pictures was on there every day, new outfits,
Mm-hmm.
all the kids, new clothes, all the holidays that came up, they had new everything. But now Esau, 11 months from then, is cutting everything off. So this gonna be a what? A dark winter. Because
Con.
you notice, look at Christmas. Look, I work for a company that deal with logistics like Amazon. So 30 days ago from today, supposed to have been like the best year to work at the company I work at. And guess what everybody finding out? That the dark winter and the inflation and what we're talking about that Jake always talking about, man, we always talking about what the government doing and what they talking about. We don't control, got nothing to do with that. It's affecting their life now because it's supposed to, let's say, for instance, let me do a little math real quick with y'all. We supposed to be having 200 packages a day 30 days ago all the way to today. The most the motherfucker here was 100, period. So the Israelites who used to having all this extra income around this time and being able to gather up and make it for the Christmas going into the New Year's to start their New Year off, and then they run right into them taxes. Y'all finna get a rude awakening because Esau is cutting off all the welfare, all of the little extra way of having money, all that's being cut off. It's happening now. I hate to drag it out and be so long, but we have to keep highlighting to the Israelites what's happening on not just vaccine level and how it's going to affect your life, but this inflation and financially what's going to happen in your household.
It's a whole 360, you know. Got a 360 for you. Give you the whole circle, the whole spectrum.
Okay, cuz you got it.
And say if you were exposed to someone with COVID-19, um, if you wear a mask around others for 10 days, tested on 5 days, tested on day 5 if possible. Have you been boosted or completed the primary, Salakia? If you have been boosted or completed the primary series of Pfizer or Moderna vaccine within the last 6 months, or completed the primary series of Johnson & Johnson vaccine within the last 2 months, wear a mask around others for 10 days, test on day 5 if possible. If you develop symptoms, get a test and stay home.
Yeah, so that's the gist of what we moving into the new year when it comes to the vaccines, the mandates, and the new totalitarian society that y'all will live. Now, moving forward into y'all welfare being cut off, you see the hyper, well, not hyper yet. I can't say hyperinflation because I haven't hit there yet, but you see the inflation, what's happening. You see the grocery stores and how they're making a large amount of cash for bad food. Meanwhile, the government is just moving along with they getting ready for voting. See that?
Con.
I'm trying to get that one real fast. This Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to wizards. And you see that happening now
Con.
with all of these new rollouts of not only the CDC giving the guidelines to all these cities and states, but your governors, your aldermen, your elected officials in these different states, they have to battle um, the CDC rules, the economics, and what the federal government is giving to their state,
Mm-hmm.
and what they state need and how they gonna go about using this money, which they said and came out with the reason why a lot of these states are underfunded, and the reason why a lot of these states have a lot of um, habitual crime and habitual poverty is because of the state. And when they said that, I said, that's because we kept telling y'all what austerity measures is.
Con.
Could you pull up austerity measures? Because see, we back to that. Because
Cause
the austerity, go ahead.
that's what I was trying to pull up that one video, austerity measures.
Yeah, the austerity measures is the reason why you don't have clean parks, why they decaying, the equipment and all of that. Because of the state had to cut back all over the world on social services to the people, the public, and the poor. They've been told y'all they set these measures in all over the world, from Colombia to Venezuela to here in the United States to the UK and Greece. They kept telling the people these are austerity measures. That's why now you have today people doing what? Uh Protesting. That's what all the mass protests has been about.
Con.
Because they doing what? Cutting back on a social service. So the welfare, all that stuff is being cut off. The extra help with the pension plans and all that's being cut off all over the world. Austerity measures, though. So yeah, your welfare will pass away like a cloud, like Job 30 said. Shit.
Con.
But okay, my bad, cuz.
Austerity is a set of political economic policies that aim to reduce government budget deficits deficits through spending cuts, tax increases, or a combination of both.
See that? Spending cuts to what? The social services. See
Con.
that? You ain't gonna have all of these uh uh companies being funded to go pick up the elderly. Because see, a lot of you Israelites, y'all depend on government contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get more specific with government contracts, because a lot of y'all want to declare yourself as self-business owners and so forth, not gonna tell the Israelites the logistics of your self-employment business owner is you work for the government of getting these contracts to give people rides to go pick up their medicine and go see the doctors and so forth. And that be the elderly poor
Mm-hmm.
or some of the middle class whites who got their whole pension plan and so forth.
Con. Also defunding the police too.
Yeah.
There are three primary types of austerity measures: higher taxes to fund spending, raising taxes while cutting spending, and lower taxes and lower government spending. Austerity measures also, Salakia, are often used by governments that find it difficult to borrow or meet their existing obligation to pay back loans.
See that? Why? Because you got a debt clock. See that? America is in debt. And because America in debt, hold on, let me get this. It looked for its allies to help them with this debt. That's why they try to open up the world of trade. Damn. This come on, where you at? This this Obadiah 1 and da, 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 da. No, yeah, Obadiah 1 and 7. All the men of thou confederacy have brought thee to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thou bread have laid a wound under thee. There is no understanding in him. And what is that bread? The debt.
Con,
America went around and gave everybody handouts. And now, as America looking for that string to be attached, people cutting them attachment by doing what? Going with the BRICS nation, going with the Shanghai Organization Corporation. See that them two platforms was a hinder to America petrodollar. And as you can see, the debt clock every is at what
uh
29 trillion.
487 billion. But down here at the bottom it says US total debt is 86 trillion.
Uh, yeah. What about every individual person? I normally just look for that credit per student, debt loan, student credit card, or per holder, personal debt. Damn, I can't see it right now.
Let me
But
see.
it normally tell you like the individuals, household. But
Liability
anyway,
per citizen,
yeah,
491,735.
yeah, and see, people don't have that. The average American don't have $1,000, let alone 400,000.
Con,
So yeah, we in trouble. And that's so America don't have the money to pay itself back, and it can't muster up the resources to self fulfill the desire of this country because of the greed.
con. And they show you that and like the scriptures say, there's no new thing under the sun. Here it is. It said it happened in Greece. Greece under the weight of austerity.
Yeah, it's all over the country, all over the world. They doing this
Con,
because they using all their resources to bring in their order, so they don't have money to be because you notice the National Defense Authorization Act got the biggest budget it has ever had. Why? Because they moving you in to that totalitarian society.
con,
That's why the National Defense Authorization Act on our last lesson we went into heavily expanded all of the resources to all them different categories.
con.
Step by step, y'all. We walking y'all step by step. So you can't say you didn't see. Okay, that's all I had, cuz I had another one, but yeah.
Okay, it said if you completed the primary series of Pfizer or Moderna vaccine over 6 months ago and are not boosted, or completed the primary series of Johnson and Johnson over 2 months ago and are not boosted or are unvaccinated, stay home for 5 days. After that, continue to wear a mask around others for 5 additional days. If you can't quarantine, you must wear a mask for 10 days. Test on day 5 if possible. If you develop symptoms, get a test and stay home. And that's it on that.
Mm. Yeah, kind. One more. This Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. The Lord answered and said unto me, write the vision, make it plain upon table, that he may run that readeth it. And that's what Nate doing. Nate backtracking, because he's seeing it. He like, oh shit. It said, for the vision is yet for a appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it shall not tarry. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. So for General Yohana to come out and say 12 months ago, oh, yeah, get the vaccine. The white man the devil, but get the vaccine.
Con.
No, bro, you tripping. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And it's talking about Esau.
Right.
That's why them austerity measures has been pushed all over the world. It's a who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. See that? All over the world. And cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nation and heap unto him all people. And that's why they all in Ishmael land in the Middle East, which you find out is Joel the third, the battle of Jehoshaphat, which is the Middle East, but they over there for what? The resources.
Yeah, con.
For the lithium, for the poppy, for the marijuana. See
Mm-hmm.
that? But that greed got his ass in a bind. But the rest of you nations too who participated with this. But it said 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. See that thick clay is all that debt. So
Mm-hmm.
the Akim just pulled up the debt clock and showed you how America don't even have the resources to take care of its citizen and its country. That's why you got bridges falling. See that? That's why you got mudslides in Venezuela, because they have what? Took the philosophy of Esau, which is Babylon the Great. And because they took that philosophy, the people are crying. And that's why you see what? The gathering up of the people, of, you know what I'm saying, of the insurrection. You see people rising up and complaining. The protests, that's what the protests all over the world about. Damn, I hear one more. My mind was just clicking. Um, lay itself with thick clay. Damn, fuck it. It's gonna come back to me as we going. But yeah, it's a cycle on what's happening. Oh, came to me. I knew it was gonna come to me because the nations took on Esau philosophy, and now we seeing the backlash of following Babylon the Great in all his ways, because they got a lot of stuff going on with a two-party system too all over the world. That democracy, people knowing that know it. Venezuela is a good example of how a democracy does not work, because you have a guy who just clearly came and tried to start a coup in Venezuela. I'm all over the place because hey, shit, that's how this world is, all over the place. But let me go with this one real quick. This Jeremiah 51 and 5. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and don't do what uh GOCC. trying to flee up out of Babylon. No, we ain't talking about that type of flee. Talking about mentally. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, every man his soul, and be not cut off in iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. And that's why judgment is starting at the house of those of y'all who know y'all Israelites. Babylon has been a go and to the scoffers who scoffed this whole thing like rap the news.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, because the nations have accepted and adopted this new world order. So when Babylon said, well, y'all have to put more of y'all budget into our order, y'all have to do austerity measures. They
Con.
did the austerity measures, and what's happening now? The people are protesting and mourning. People all in the street. See that? And that's a sign for us Akims, for us to know like what's going on. See, we're supposed to be putting our trust in Yahweh Shah, not in man. This second Exodus. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, read it. Second Exodus 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I told thee before, what signs? What is we watching for? What is we being reproved from in Habakkuk? What was Habakkuk talking about? Which I've told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Con.
People don't know that. Therefore, when thou shalt be saved, earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Con.
That's it.
Yep. And
I ain't gonna take it no more.
these are those times, and that's why Habakkuk say he stood on his watch because he seen all this. See what I'm saying? And we have to be vigilant to and watch for these things. That's why we the watchmen.
They shall think it strange that you run out with them. I got another one real quick. See, because the blood is off me and Cuz hand, because we know what tonight is, and we know what everybody doing. Everybody that we know grew up with everything. They out there getting turned right now. The phones, you should have 100 uh alerts on your phone about Happy New Year's, Happy New Year's. I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that, and it's just nonstop. But meanwhile, it's First Peter's 4 and I'm gonna start at 4 and I'm gonna start at 4:1. Shit, I'm only taking it to 4. This First Peter's 4:1. For as much when as Yahweh Shah has suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For for he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, right?
Con.
That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of man, right?
Con.
But to the will of God. For the time past of our life uh, may suffice it us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walk in lavishness, lust, excess of wine, reveling, banquetings, and abominable idolatry, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot. See that?
Con.
So us Akims is doing the will of Yahweh Shah now, making our body, what I'm saying, a living sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Uh, we're not out partying and clubbing and what bitch I'm finna get tonight. Don't care if she got a man or not. All of the Gentile things that's going on right now, been going on for like the last 35 minutes before. They've been waiting for the countdown. They got the countdown. Now it's really turn up time now. And that's what our life used to be about. But now we don't run to that type of stuff, but they speak evil, as it said, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of rise, speaking evil of you.
Con.
Man, them niggas wasting their motherfucking time, probably sitting in the closet some motherfucking where talking that bullshit. Who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead? See that? That's Yahweh Shah. See that? Because we give an account like, look, we Yahweh Shah, what the elder said, kiss the son, lest he be angry.
Con.
See, we kissing the son. We don't want Yahweh Shah to be angry at us. We understand the fear of Yahweh Shah. That's why it's Akims and Aquas out there, Shalom to y'all, who, doing what y'all supposed to be doing. We know what we supposed to be doing. Tell them, cuz, how I was saying, like, yeah, New Year's and so forth, because this your first year.
Con. Yeah.
That we supposed to be doing this and that and this and that, but I'm trying to go do something else.
Yeah, right. Con.
Shit. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't running with them to that excessive rioting and how you say it, banquet and all that shit. No, I'm doing the will of Yahweh Shai. Fuck you mean.
Con. You ain't in the house of
Murph.
right, Murph. Con.
uh, okay.
The house of
Was that
mourning
it?
right now, man.
Yeah, Khan. Yep. Yep.
Let me get this at the back.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah, Khan. So hey, that's why we motivated to do what we doing, and that's a beautiful thing. And this is better than any drink, any music, anything.
Con.
This is the real music and real wine.
Exactly.
That good one.
I got a quick precept. Second Ezra 15. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Yeah, Khan. Yep. That's it.
Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak
Yeah,
against
that unbelief.
Con.
Because your family members and your co-workers, even your significant other, your mates, they don't see it. But you gotta stand strong.
Con.
Cause it's gonna happen.
Con.
That's why I just stand strong.
None of these shall fail. And that means and
that's
prophecies.
that's it.
Second Ezra 2 and 15 and 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
That's why you gotta stand strong. Cause at the end, like, man, he gonna kill these motherfuckers. You love them or whatever,
God.
but they gonna die. Like, you can't come on now.
God. 5. Behold, said the Lord Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
See, there we go. See that? The fourth wave on y'all ass. See that? You ain't getting past that wave, boy. You know what I'm saying? If the Travis Scott trample your ass don't get you, the guy in Vegas leaning out the window, chopping you down. You know what I'm saying? We ain't nowhere to run, letting off hundreds of rounds. Expert. If that don't happen, he gonna get you through one of them mudslides or tornadoes or fucking, man. Y'all see it, man. Microblast wind, bro. He fucking look. You see them 300 tornadoes and 2 weeks ago. He ripping the line
through 6 states.
He just
and this
come
ain't
on, cuz he just burnt down Wine City in California. Man, he ain't playing. I'm telling you, full fledged. Look, he dropping them bows on y'all ass. Like Mayweather say, I know y'all was out there saying easy work. Up there getting y'all ass.
Right, And
matter of fact, we ain't gotta look, see. Hold on, bro. We sitting here just acting like we just talking. No, hold on. Here it is right here. This my bad. This Ecclesiastes. See, now I gotta get that. Cause now, because I don't want people to be painting us in a certain way. So I gotta get that Romans 1. How he gonna laugh at your calamity, and he laughing right through us. See, because I don't want y'all to think like, oh man, people really dying, people really got permanent disabilities from the vaccine, and this nigga think it's funny. No, I never thought it was funny. That's why I've been doing what I've been doing with the same passion and zeal that's been misconstrued for anger and hate and all this or other shit.
Huh.
What we at? What I say? Okay, I got it. This Proverbs 1 and 20, wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the street. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, when you love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. And it's talking about the knowledge of Yahweh Shah.
Huh.
Turn ye at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known all my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regardeth it. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Man, fuck that nigga talking about, talking this Edomite and Israelite and Japhites and who all these people is. You said that, no, all that knowledge, man.
Huh.
It said, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear come. When your fear come as desolation and your destruction come as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they that hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would none of my counsels. They despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruits of their own ways and be filled with their own devices. See that? So the overdoses, the being killed in your gang violence. See that? See, I hear a person, hey, what happened to cuz and so forth. And as I tried to give um sympathy, as I was, oh, it's Melissa. As I'm talking to Melissa about, you know, the sympathy of it, I also had to explain to her why the judgment came down.
Huh.
And she a woman, so real emotional. But I'm seeing Yahweh word is stronger than anything, because as I started to explain the judgment, she went into, man, you know what? John, it do come a time. And then she reflected that off what I was saying to me and my son, because we that age. And she said, you know what, John? Man, that's a shame that you gonna keep perpetuating the same thing that get us nowhere and that leads to nothing, and you to not exist. Basically, she wanted to say it leads you to death, but her being a woman, she got to try to use more
Soft words.
softer words. Yeah,
Huh.
so she just like, it leads to death. And I said, right. She was like, yeah, so why? She said, and that's the most craziest part. The only thing that I got a problem with is, if John, something don't work and you know the outcome of it. If you seen Lil John doing it, why would you just act like it's okay? Why wouldn't you sit down and say, okay, look, man, enough is enough. This is what's going on. And and I told her, I said, oh, Melissa, by the way, even though Lil John never, didn't grow up in the hood and have to face all that, we still had that conversation.
Huh.
Yeah, we still had that conversation. That no, because we Israelites, we ain't niggas, we ain't African Americans. So that conversation was had anyways. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, when your distress and anguish come upon you and so forth, and we know your distress and anguish is coming upon you because like the Akim Karat showed you earlier, that you got the four waves of death. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna further this death a little bit, because from California Wine City being burnt on fire to y'all being killed and ran over. This Ecclesiastes 39 to little kids being shot. 39 and 28. There be spirits that I created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death. All these were created for vengeance. And you notice they go another four ways.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, teeth of wild beasts. See that? Scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. That's why y'all being ate by alligators, y'all being attacked by cougars, bears, all of these things. Basically, Yahweh is using the whole world against you people and y'all wickedness that y'all have done. It's time for judgment. Um, Punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandments, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Therefore, from the beginning, I was resolved and thought upon these things, and have left them in writing. All the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season, so that a man cannot say this is worse than that. For the time, for in time they shall be well approved. And therefore praise ye the Lord with the whole heart and mouth, and bless the name of the Lord. Because them tornadoes show well approved.
Time. Yep. And like you said, man, like how you gonna keep perpetuating the thing that keep leading to death? You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Man.
Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Woo. You got it, cuz. I don't even want to elaborate on that one.
Even in laughter, the heart is sorrowful, and the
See
end.
that? Yeah, it's a way that seemed right unto a man. See, y'all grew up, and you know, cuz you from Chicago, and people always want to project that they either from that area or know somebody from that area.
Huh.
Yeah, nigga, I'm from the low end. I'm from the Stateways. I'm from the Robert Taylor. I'm from 49th. I'm from 75th. All of that to everybody, they still like, okay, they still having the uh what you call it, the annually building parties or whatever.
They still having the you talking about the reunion? They be having a big,
Yeah.
yeah, Larry Hoover Day. You know what I'm saying?
See,
All,
see,
all type of wicked shit. And like
see, and that's why.
yeah, you my man them from out west, he so and so, and my other guy them on from the hundreds, and I'm from woo 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 woo. You know,
Yeah, yeah, that rank still hold, that rank and file still hold and still carry weight to this day, even right now today. That you have the kids and the not grandkids. Well, yeah, grandkids professing that, yeah, my uncle is Larry Hoover, and or he was a board member.
mm-hmm.
And so yeah, me and folks and them started over here, and you like, oh, okay, so that's how y'all got y'all little right. And they own from then. And then here come Hollywood with the rap culture,
Mm-hmm.
swooping all that information up and giving them money and backing these um ways to death.
Huh.
Think about it. Young Dolph, right? His whole community got all that wicked money.
Mm-hmm.
You got what's the other guy he was rival against?
Yo Gotti.
Young Gotti. All them niggas, all that wicked money and so forth. T.I. and all them wicked dudes with all that wicked money in Atlanta and all them different. And you look at all these states and now understand how Esau is just using this the thuggy, because that's what it's called, the thuggy spirit,
Huh.
to perpetuate this deaf culture. That's why Chicago is considered what? Rack City right now. Because where's the war zone? All right.
Huh. Chirac.
There we go. I had Romans 16:17. I got one real quick. It's Romans 16:17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which call division. See that? That's another thing that we doing. So when we see IUIC, GOCC, what's his name, Sakari, or any of these guys do anything, we got to mark them, which call divisions and offense contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. And that's why we telling y'all Nate and them ain't right. And it's coming out. Because now he trying to change his tune, like he never said. Yeah, just go ahead and you good, your job. For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Shah, but their own belly, and by good words and fair speeches deceive the heart of the simple. And TD Jake and them showed you that, because not only did they let Fauci and that whole black platform use they church platform to justify the vaccines, but you notice that was at the beginning of the year. Now the statistics coming in that not only was y'all test dummies, but a lot of y'all are suffering permanent disabilities and even death.
Con.
The churches ain't got nothing to say. You notice that, right? The churches ain't got nothing to say.
Nothing.
Everything went quiet.
Con.
They put them on TV to say, yeah, tell your followers to come get this and it's okay. But now the statistics coming in that permanent disabilities and death, you don't hear the church nothing
501.
off the radar. Oh yeah, the church ain't giving out in Minnesota, because I got a sister up there. She lost both of her careers. She been here for 17 years. They are not signing a paper for religious exemption.
Con.
Not for blacks. Maybe the Edomites getting theirs. You know how they do it for their secret society.
Con. Like you said, Proverbs 14:15, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
Separation. Those of us who looking well to our doing, the prudent, and then you got the simple. And you see the simple ones of our people because you can see it in their face. Simple as Jake woman, Latin woman, dragging the kids into CVS. Y'all bring y'all ass home. Stop me from going to work. I gotta go to work. So then you got the simple ass Jake sitting there with his shoes leaning in, but you let him tell it he got a $25 job an hour. I'm laughing at him because I'm shaking my head like that's on y'all.
Yeah. So you occupants out there, man, y'all stay vigilant, man, and keep enduring. You know, we got but a short time.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, because we're gonna go and wrap it up. And that was a Children of the Light formal New Year's Eve into the new year. Hey, prophesy. That's it.
Yeah,
and oh yeah, don't worry about the coining of the new year, because I'm pretty sure the apostles already did that. So once we get off and we watch theirs, then we'll know where the spirit is going.
Till next time, Shalom.
All right, Shalom.